What is up, everyone? This is Frosty here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the level 100 mage talents. So we're going to start off with the Falling Stars. This is a 3-spec ability, and for Arcane, we have Arcane Orb, and it is an instant cast and a 15-second cooldown. And it launches an Arcane Orb forward from the mage's position, traveling up to 40 yards, dealing 1000 arcane damage to enemies it passes through, and it grants the mage an arcane charge every time it deals damage. I have Fire, and that spell is called a Meteor, which is 1000 mana, 40-yard range, 45-second cooldown, and an instant cast, and it calls down a meteor, which lands at the target location after 3 seconds, dealing 10,000 fire damage, split evenly between all targets within 8 yards, and also burns the ground, dealing additional 2,000 fire damage over 10 seconds to enemies in the area. Now we have Frost, which is Comet Storm, and it's a 40-yard range with a 30-second cooldown and a 1000 mana cost and instant cast time. And it calls down a series of 7 icy comets on and around the target, each of which does 2000 damage, split between all enemies within 5 yards of its impact point. Now, before we go on to the next one, I just would like to apologize for my squeaky chair and my runny nose. Making the audio not as good. But anyways, we're going to start off with go up to the Focusing Crystal, and it's a 40-yard range with a 1-minute cooldown, and it conjures a Focusing Crystal at the target location, which is attackable by only the mage. The crystal will absorb the power of all damage dealt to it, and after 10 seconds it will release bursts of energy dealing damage equal to 130% of the damage it took, split between all enemies within 8 yards over 6 seconds. And the last one, we have Prolonged Exposure, which is another 3-spec ability, and for Arcane we have Arcane Overpower, which is a passive ability, and casting arcane missiles extends arcane power by 2 seconds. For Fire we have Kindling, and your Fireball, Pyroblast, and Inferno Blast critical strikes extend combustion by 1 second. And Frost, you have Thermal Void, which is a passive ability, and casting Ice Lance extends your icy range by 2 seconds. So yeah, that's about it. Now, I just wanted to say a couple of things. Thanks for all this recent subscriber growth. That's one thing that I wanted to say. Again, sorry for my running nose and my squeaky chair, and I also want to say that this is probably gonna be the normal audio quality that you're gonna be listening to now. I hope you guys like it, and yeah, and the fourth thing that I want to say is that Focusing Crystal, I think, is gonna be a really intriguing spell, and I want to see how mages use it, and that was probably one of the most interesting talents that we've covered so far. So I am gonna stop it right there, and I'll see you guys next time.